I'm gonna take Tony.
Yeah.
I'll take Lvndmark, and
Mm-hmm.
then I'm gonna take Clean, throw him up in out out in the boonies with a sniper.
Yeah.
Take Willers.
Oh yeah.
And then probably throw a Lupo in there for the good comedic value.
Oh my God, that would be a freaking. Oh my God, that's like the dream team of USA basketball from years ago. Holy shit.
I would just let Tony and Will do all the running around, being all crazy. I'd hang out with Lupo while he cracks the jokes, and Clean would be out, yonder, giving us Overwatch.
Welcome to Tarducks, a podcast about content creators sharing their experiences, advice, and stories. And today I have a very special guest. I have Zach, who is Logical Solutions. Welcome, Zach.
How's it going?
Not too bad. So what I normally do is I start off with 3 random questions just to get things rolling, and we'll go. What was best Christmas present ever for you?
Best Christmas present ever for me would probably have been an Xbox 360 when that came out.
That's a good one. All right. Worst movie you ever seen?
Worst movie I've ever seen. That's a tough one, man. I'm not a big movie watcher.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you a bad movie. I don't think I really not enjoyed a movie that I've watched, to be
That's
honest.
not bad. All right. So you're heading out to your favorite place to eat. What are you getting to eat?
Probably some tacos and a mandarin jarrito.
All right. There we go. All right. So let's roll into this. So when did you start playing video games? Was it that Xbox 360?
Oh no, I started playing video games when I was about 3 years old. Nintendo
Shoot.
64.
Nice.
I remember playing like Mario, Duck Hunt.
Yeah.
Duck Hunt was probably the go-to favorite with the little gun and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh man. So now when did so you transition then from, Nintendo 64 to Xbox 360? Over the years, what were some of the games you enjoyed?
I liked growing up. I liked playing like the MX vs ATV games. I
Yeah.
liked playing like a lot of like the bike and like snowmobile games. And then once I got my hands on Call of Duty 2 Big Red One, it was a wrap from there, and it was Call of Duty from there until Call of Duty Ghosts.
Yeah. Wow. So now when did you transfer from PC or from console to PC?
I always kind of dabbled on PC. I had a laptop that like could run some games, so I played like Combat Arms and Maple Story, RuneScape, Minecraft. Throughout the years, I'd always had a computer.
Yeah.
But when I got heavy into like PC, like real PC gaming and FPSs on PC, was probably about 2017.
Yeah.
Probably just about a year or two after I moved into Washington, actually, and like had my own place and was established and had some extra money laying around. So I was like, I'm gonna build a real PC.
Yeah. Oh, all right. And now what looking back over the years, what's been your favorite game?
Uh, Honestly, Tarkov would have to take the cake for favorite game. Call of Duty is a favorite pastime,
Yeah.
but Tarkov just encapsulates everything that I feel like I could want in a game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
Minus the
video game
bugs.
crack.
Minus the
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Now, do your coworkers or friends know about this alter career you have of streaming and modding and everything that goes along with that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool.
My work actually every day at my work for like the first half hour of the morning we have like just a little like get together with all the employees, and every Monday they always go around and everyone has to say what they did this week, and when they get to me they don't ask me what I did, they just ask me how my streams went, because they all know that I stream and I game and stuff
Oh,
like that.
that's awesome. Yeah, a lot of other people are like, yeah, no, I keep that quiet and whatnot, and that's cool to hear. All right,
Yeah,
so
we have a real family friendly environment. A
yeah,
couple employees actually game. I have a couple coworkers that I play like League of Legends and Call of Duty and
yeah.
stuff with.
Oh, that's excellent. Yeah, I used to have a bunch of people at work that we used to game, and then like every few weeks we'll take everything in, and we had this like giant 8x4 video wall. So we'd throw up PlayStation, or we'll do a couple of PCs up there, and order some Chinese, and just game the night away. Those are good
Hell yeah,
times. Yeah.
definitely sounds like a good time.
Oh, absolutely. So now, what made you decide to stream?
I was modding for a smaller Apex Legends streamer and just helping him out, and he was like, "Yo, I was playing Rust at the time. He's like, "Yo, you seem like you're getting pretty good at that. You should just stream it." So he helped me get streaming stuff set up, and I streamed for a couple days, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna do this. Not for me, really."
Yeah.
And then what got me really back into it was honestly Landmarks community. Like after doing a bunch of the raids where we would bring in cases, I would bring in like a thick items case into labs and go hide in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And Landmark would go run around the place and kill everybody and
Oh
fill it
my
up when
God.
we'd leave. So like doing stuff like that, a lot of his community got to see a lot of me, and a lot of them were like, "Yo, like you should go stream. Like, can you stream?" And I was like, "I mean, sure, I'll try it out." And then I fell in love with it after that.
Yeah. Oh, that's excellent. So you got sort of spoiled when you started streaming. Then did you just
Uh,
had you were
I
living in it?
100% did. I will 100%, yeah, not to be able to deny that ever. That I definitely was very spoiled and, surrounded by Landmarks community, which really helped me kind of get off the ground and going.
Yeah, because a lot of other ones I talked to, like they're I remember my first visitor, my first follower, and it's like, and they were talking like one or two people, but like you just start out with the hitting the ground running, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think my first stream, like first real stream into Tarkov was like I think 30 or 40 viewers that I peaked, and I was like, "Whoa, this is like," that felt surreal in itself, and then
Yeah.
from there it kind of just never stopped.
Yeah, it's wild. You first do that and you get those first few people in. It's like, okay, what do I do? How do I act? It's a whole
Hmm.
different feeling.
It really is, especially when that number starts growing, you start to realize you're like, I'm not just talking to a few people, I'm talking to like a classroom, I'm talking to like a lecture hall.
Yeah.
And when you put it in comparison to stuff like that, it's a little some it can be a little intimidating at
Oh
times.
hell yeah, absolutely. Now, so I'm assuming you've been partnered with Twitch.
Yes.
Okay.
I've been partnered about a year now,
Yeah.
a year and 13 days.
Now, how do you remember when you got the letter or the notification that you got it?
I was asleep when it came through, and I actually have email notifications off, so I just woke up, was going through my email, and I was like, "Oh, it that that is cool." It didn't happen during stream or anything. It just kind of
Yeah.
totally just caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting it or anything. It was just like sitting there, just waiting to be opened.
Oh man, that is so cool. So now, how did you find Tarkov?
Uh, Through Shroud, actually.
Okay.
Shroud was like my Shroud and Summit were like the two that I had started on Twitch watching
Yeah.
eons ago,
Oh,
and saw Shroud playing during like long before, I think a year before the whole big drops excavate that happened that kind of brought a lot of people in.
yeah.
Um, and I bought the game and I did like two scav runs and was like, yeah, no, this game's too confusing. And I popped off and didn't touch it until the whole drops thing happened. And a couple of the people I was playing Rust with were like, yo, let's watch Shroud, let's get drops, and let's go play Tarkov. And I was
Yeah.
like, let's do it. And from there, that's when I got really hooked onto it. Playing with a couple friends and actually
Yeah.
like kind of starting to learn the game was, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it's not easy to try to, just play solo and try to teach yourself.
Not in Tarkov, no. It's definitely not a game that like when people come by and in my chat or when I'm like modding other people's chats and like, hey, like I'm new to Tarkov. Do you have any recommendations I play solo? I'm just like, oh man, like I remember those days. It was not fun.
Yeah. And yeah, and you didn't have a lot of guides out. I've been playing for years, and it's just like, it was probably 2 weeks before I realized that hey, the R key rotates shit in your inventory. It's like, oh, this is a godsend.
Hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of hidden caveats that people like will never know about.
Yeah, Absolutely. So what have you found, or what do you remember as being the most difficult thing to learn playing the game?
Um, Most difficult thing to learn was honestly probably like close quarter PvP, just because of all the angles and stuff and how the game works with right versus left hand peeking.
Yeah.
So like not understanding what a right versus left hand peek really meant for the longest time, like not realizing that someone coming on a right hand just had such a big advantage against me
Yeah.
was the most struggling part, because I would be dying. I'd be left hand peeking all the time, just thinking I was good,
Yeah.
not realizing I was at a major disadvantage for who knows how many raids.
Yeah. And now what is it about Tarkov that just grabs you and just, keeps you coming back?
I think it's the sense of like when you die in Call of Duty, you just respawn and
Yeah.
you don't have anything to go for. It's just you're going for a spot on a leaderboard.
Right.
Whereas Tarkov, there's no leaderboard. It's you're going for whatever you want to go for. And for me, it's like I want to see my ruble count go up. So when I die, it's like, damn,
Yeah.
just lost all that. I just lost a 1.5 mil ruble kit.
Yeah. Oh,
I gotta get
absolutely.
back in there and go make some more money.
Yeah. And it's for me, it's the engagements. Like I can remember
Hmm.
specific engagements that some have taken 15, 20 minutes of cat and mouse back and forth. And you don't get that from any other game.
Oh no, you don't. Dorms is hands down my favorite place to fight. I've had some fights in dorms where it's lasted 5-10 minutes between me and another person running up and down the stairs, jumping off the building. You
Yeah.
know, it's the aspect of fighting in an FPS that you, like you said, you don't get in any other game.
Yeah, and then and if you're playing with others, now you add in the whole comms aspect of where are you? What do you see? I'm over there. That thing that was new from, that you don't have to deal with the other games as well.
Yeah, that was actually something that I really enjoyed, because comms was something we actually did as a friend group in Call of Duty, because we would play we would have all the whole six man would be our whole friend group.
Oh, wow.
So we would be communicating, and it kind of translated into the same thing with Tarkov. It was like the second I got into it, it was like easy to just speak out everything that was happening because I was already so used.
Okay, makes sense. And now with when VoIP came along in 1212, is that something you embrace with your raids and just added a whole nother level to it, or do you really not get much into VoIP?
It really depends on my stream. Seeing that I live here in Washington, weed is legal out here, so I smoke
Yeah.
a lot of it on stream. And sometimes, I'm just a little too high to hit the
Oh,
VoIP
no
key. I'll
way.
just be in the zone, just looking
Yeah.
for the FPS, looking for the fights, for the kills.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh,
but
shoot.
there's other times where, I'll definitely remember to hit it, and we'll have some good interactions with people
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, that's that is I have not heard that one before, so that that is great. So now, obviously, your probably preference from playing is with other people than solo.
Yeah, definitely. I like to play primarily in a duo. I'll do trios.
Yeah,
Um, but a duo is like my sweet spot in this game.
yeah. 5 and 4 mans. They're just awful. Just
They
yeah,
indeed. Yep.
they
Entirely
are.
agree. We run them all the time because
Yeah,
our friend group in my Discord's like, I don't know, sometimes 8 to 10 deep.
yeah,
And in the middle start of the wipe, we're all trying to play. So we'll just say, screw it. Let's run the 5 man.
yeah.
And about 5 minutes into the raid, we're all highly regretting running that 5 man.
It is friendship killing. It can be sometimes. Those TKs, and
Yeah.
it's just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The team kills are definitely the ones that send some people off for the night too.
Yep, those rage quitters like, all right, well, I guess we've lost him for the night. That happens.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. So now with if you had your ultimate squad, or actually first of all, who do you roll with most of the time?
So basically every Saturday and Sunday I play with Blazed, X
Yeah.
Blazed. Um, I used to like rotate around. I played a lot like when I first started streaming. I played a lot with like Smitty. I would play with Trey every now and then. Um, But then one day Smitty like was like, "Yo, you should try playing with Blaze one day." So I hit Blaze up, and we kind of just had good chemistry and raid, and just never looked back. Every Saturday and Sunday we're just gaming.
Oh, that's awesome. And now, okay, so you get to pick an ultimate, all-star raid squad. Who are you picking? Out of anybody from OG past Tarkov players to anybody today.
How big is my squad?
You got the full five you're going in with. So you get,
Okay, so I got 4 people I'm picking.
yep,
I'm. I mean, I'm gonna take Tony.
yeah,
I'll take Landmark, and
mm-hmm,
then I'm gonna take Clean. Throw him up in out out in the boonies with a sniper.
yeah.
Um, take Willers.
Oh, yeah.
Um, and then probably throw a Lupo in there for the good comedic value.
Oh my God, that would be a freaking, oh my God. That's like the dream team of, USA basketball from years ago. Holy shit.
I would just let Tony and Will do all the running around, being all crazy. I'd hang out with Lupo while he cracks the jokes, and Clean would be out, yonder giving us Overwatch.
Oh man, that is wicked. That's a good one. All right. So, being a mod, so you started with a smaller streamer years ago. How did that all, what made you to jump into being a mod?
I've always kind of had a like moderator type role on the internet ever
Mm-hmm.
since like back in the Minecraft MapleStory days. I ran a couple MapleStory servers and helped. I was a main developer for a Minecraft server for the longest time. So I've always kind of had roles where I was in charge of a community.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so when I found Twitch, I just found this dude that I liked watching him play Apex, and kind of just stuck around his chat. And one day he was like, "Hey, like, you want to help me like mod the chat?" And I was like, "Sure." And once I like experienced modding on Twitch, I was like, "Ooh, this is a different type of like moderation experience," because I was really used to dealing with forums, and
Yeah.
you'd be sitting there sometimes for 30, 40 minutes, no updates, no posts, nothing.
Yeah.
um when you're in a Twitch chat, it's go 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 go. So being in love with just live content, and being able to just to consume that as my form of content,
Yeah.
plus the chat side of things, that's kind of what got me hooked on like moderating chats.
Oh, okay. And now how did you end up getting to be a mod for Landmark then?
uh he was doing a charity stream for, I believe it was an animal shelter, and there was only one mod in the chat that I noticed at the time, and he was doing like incentives for the charity stream. So it was like, X amount of money was song request, or a viewer kit, or this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
um and at the start of the stream, it was slow enough for him to be able to like kind of keep track of like the songs that were coming in and the people that were doing it. But
Yeah.
then the viewer count started rising, and donations kept flowing in, and I was like, "Hey, like if you need help managing like a list, like I'll make a Google sheet and just share you what I am keeping track of at least." He was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, that would be, really helpful actually." So I did that for the night for like the next 3 4 hours, and then messaged the mod that night, and I was like, "Hey, like if you guys ever need a spare mod, like I'd be down to help. It looks like you guys were kind of short-handed for 1,500 plus viewers. Like let me know if I could help."
Yeah.
And the mod was like, "Yeah, I'll pass it along to Landmark." And a week later, Landmark and I hopped in a Discord call, and that was that.
Wow.
It's been history since.
So that was like, was that time before he, exploded? Or you just caught
It
at
was
the perfect.
probably I kind of caught it right at the perfect point, right as the explosion was kind of happening.
Yeah.
I think I got modded 2 weeks before his first Twitch Rivals event, which is really when that event kind of like blew the waters open for him, and
Yeah.
kind of really spiked his viewer count after that.
So now what is a typical mod session like? Because, a lot of the people I've had on, they're largest cap, maybe 300 or 400 people. When you get a 10,000 people in the lobby, how do you keep track of what's going on?
Um, well, I have ADHD, so my mind is moves really, really fast. So keeping up to date with chat is really easy.
Yeah.
Um, I also use a program called Chatterino. I don't
Okay.
use default Twitch chat, so I have a lot of things where certain words get highlighted. So if like there's things being said that shouldn't be, I
Yeah.
get a red alert in the chat. And I immediately can, and my eyes are immediately on that message. Um, I get pings if you type my name, I get an alert and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So having all these tools with these chat clients really helps just stay up to date on the chat. Being able to mouse over the chat pauses it entirely, stuff like that as well.
Okay. Nice. And now, like, has he, he's done some 24-hour streams in the past, right?
Oh yeah.
What are those? Those must be, kind of draining. Or do the mods just do it in shifts essentially?
So in his chat, it's honestly a very loose mod style. Like we have a handful of mods and everyone is just there when they're there.
Yeah.
On the longer 24 to 48 hour streams, we all same thing applies. Like people are just there when they're there.
Yeah.
I personally like to be there for them all. So I'm just there during the whole stream, but
Yeah.
I enjoy it. So
Well, that's good. Now, over the years, have you noticed like chat is different for, in the morning versus the night, certain days of the week, weekends versus weekdays?
oh yeah, weekend chat is a whole different animal than weekday chat.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday chat is nowhere near the same as the rest of the week.
Ah, yeah, I've had different people on. Like Markstrom says his Sundays chats are different. Deadly, I had Deadly's brother on, Will, who was his mod, and he said, yeah, like Tuesdays are just for whatever reason, or certain times of the year. It's very interesting to hear how everybody's streams are a little bit different.
Yeah, it definitely seems like when the weekend crowd is around, chat gets a little wild, I would
Yeah.
say.
Ah. So now you are the creator, the father of a couple of really cool things, EFT Bot and Tarkov-Changes.com. Let's start with EFT Bot. What is it for those that don't
uh,
know?
it's an I wouldn't say all encompassing, but it's a informational chat bot for both Twitch and Discord on Tarkov. Provides flea market pricing, but it also can tell you things like the best vendor to sell an item to, information about maps, as in how long the raid is on that map, how many players can be on that map. You could also calculate a rough estimation of like flea market tax on an item.
Yeah.
Um, and I believe we also have ammo stats throughout the bot as well. So you can check this stat of any ammo.
Oh, that's cool. Now the tax, BSG's been messing around with the tax percentages as of late, right?
Yeah, they changed a modifier that more or less multiplied the tax by 4 times
Yeah.
of what it used to be.
Okay. So now, what made you create the bot? Did you see a need for something like this, or you was like, "Hey, I need something that does this," and because you got the background in it, you were able to whip something up?
Um, there was a lot of times when Landmark, like in I want to say June of 2020. I don't know what the events were happening, but I just remember him always asking chat like, "How much does this cost?" Like he was trying to do a lot of min maxing in his raids,
Yeah.
and he actually would like wait for he'd kill the whole lobby and be in no rush to get out. So he'd be like, "All right, chat, like what items are worth the most?" And people would throw random numbers in chat,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you can never know what to believe.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I wonder if there's a way that I could find, like pricing, like flea market pricing. And sure enough, like Tarkov Market had a service. So I reached out to them and worked with them directly on getting access to their API, and then started building the bot. And at
Ah.
first, it started off with just the flea market pricing,
Yeah.
but then with my relation at the time to the wiki, I had access to other information and then started to encompass that all into the bot.
Oh, okay. Because that was one of my questions I was going to ask you about. The two applications you've created is there an API from from BSG, or looks like there's a middle person and basically that provides that that data or services then?
Yeah, so as far as I'm aware, there is no API. Um, I currently, for Tarkov changes, get all of my information from a third party.
Yeah.
I have no clue how these guys actually get the information.
Yeah.
I've never asked questions.
Yeah.
Uh, Kind of didn't want to be involved in it to that extent
Yeah.
because I wasn't trying to get banned, but it
Mhm.
seems like despite my efforts, that didn't really matter as I did get banned for it
Yeah,
at one
that
point. So
yeah, yeah, I got some questions about that down after we get through your your babies you have here. Um for the bot, do you know how many people are using that?
I don't have an active count on how many different people have typed a command with the bot, but as
Yeah.
far as Twitch channels goes, there's over 5,200 different
Holy
channels that have the
cow.
bot on their channel.
That's pretty cool. The
It is.
one thing I'd like to see is if you could pull what time it is, or it's maybe even already in there to say what time it is in Tarkov.
That is also in there actually.
Ah, very cool. Yeah, it's just like, oh, okay. I've always asking the guys like, hey, what time is it? Do we get a rush or do we have time before we roll in there? So that's good to know. So now with
Yeah.
Tarkov changes, what is Tarkov changes?
Tarkov Changes originally started off as just a very plain text page website that displayed the latest, as people would like to say, hidden changes of Tarkov.
Yeah,
Lately, it has been redeveloped by one single member of our team, and he has done a killer job on it. And he has done a bunch of work on it. He has added in a full ballistics chart.
yeah,
He's added in a ballistic simulator, which is constantly being worked on, which shows you the penetration chance of any ammo on any selected armor, and
yeah.
also like the damage fall off of the ammo you've selected over range at whatever range intervals you've selected, which is pretty cool. And
Oh,
it's all one to one calculated directly with the game.
yeah. I was looking at that. It's like, holy shit! It's remarkable to show you the drop off of every bullet and the penetration, like you said, the damage. It's yeah, it is. It's pretty all encompassing.
It is, and then lately we've added in an optimal flea market price selling like tab for items that are able to be sold on the flea market.
Yeah,
It's not necessarily going to be the most accurate for every item. For example, it says Aledex's optimal price is 6 mil, but
yeah.
that's because at the end of the day, there's no other price to sell it for besides that to get the most profit with the tax that is provided.
Ah, okay. That's
So it doesn't
really
take into account for the flea market value of
right.
things. It just tells you this is the literal most profit you can make off of this item, which
Oh,
is really
okay.
cool because for some items like a red key card, some people don't care about the number they sell it for. They want to make the most profit on it.
Yep.
Before you'd sell it for, 40 to 50 mil and you'd make probably 20 mil profit.
Yep.
Uh, Nowadays, I think the website says the best price to sell it for is 10.4 mil for like a 1 mil profit.
Yep.
So it's nice to be able to see those things and actually know, okay, it's like, do I really need to have 55, 25 mil to list this?
Right.
No,
Yeah.
I don't. I can actually just go sell it for 10 mil and pay the 8 mil listing fee and still make some money.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, that's really cool because yeah, that's the thing that's driving me crazy. I'll go to sell something. It's like, oh, I'm trying to find the perfect medium, but yeah, I did not know that that was there. That's good. So now going forward, what is some things you'd like to see added to Tarkov changes or to the bot, or what's roadmapped, or is there anything roadmap?
Tarkov Changes has a lot in the pipeline. Majority of the pipeline lies within the developer's mind.
Yeah.
I kind of told him, you have free reign to do whatever you want. I believe one thing that I've kind of wanted is I've wanted to add in the crafts from the flea market or from their hideout. I
Yeah.
wanted to basically not simulate a hideout, but just have a screen that shows you all the active crafts because sometimes those do change.
Yeah.
And it would be nice to be able to have a visual and click on something and you go click on workbench and see, oh, in the last week, the workbench was changed from, this craft in the workbench was changed or something like that.
Okay, that would be cool. So now a question I got for you, you see the, the information that like Nice Guy puts out or One Peg. Are they, are they getting the same information? Are they, getting the information from Tarkov-Changes, or they're getting it from that other third party as well?
Um, I would say that a lot of these guys do use Tarkov-Changes.
Yeah.
I believe I've seen one peg pull it up on his stream and in some of his YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Um, I don't want to put the people on blast that are in the Discord just because I don't know how Battlestate's stance is on it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
They've never directly asked me to take the website down or anything, so that's my main reason for keeping it up. But I still kind of respect the streamers that are in the Discord because who knows how Battlestate really feels about it all.
Well, that goes to, something that I wanted to talk to you about. What is this whole BSG thing that, sort of started?
I really have no clue. I woke up one morning and I was about to go stream
Yeah.
and I was banned and I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." So, I did what any of the other streamers would have done, and at the time I was in a streamer specific Battlestate Discord,
Yeah.
and I was in there to get streamer mode enabled on my account. I had streamer mode on my account. I was using it. I was testing out the functionality and even gave back some feedback about it.
Yeah.
And so I went in there and I was like, "Hey, like, I'm banned. Like, what's up?" And they said, "Oh, DM me your account name. I'll look into it." And I DM'd the developer that asked me to do that.
Yeah.
And about 5 minutes later, I noticed that that Discord disappeared off my list.
Oh
And then
no.
right after that, the main Escape from Tarkov Discord disappeared off my list.
Oh.
I was like, that's
Okay.
interesting. And so I DM'd Dimitri,
Yeah.
and he was like, "You were banned by BattleEye. You have to talk to them." And I was like, "Hey, well, that's what happened to all the other streamers. Like,
Right.
what's going on? Like, why did I just get removed from the Discord?" And just no response. Just didn't answer me, and just said, "You're banned by BattleEye. Go talk to them." And that's what it was left at.
But
And I
what
just
does
got
bad
ghosted, and
ah like
yeah.
what does Battle Eye have to do with the EFT Discord? Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
my exact question. I said, okay, if I was banned by BattleEye, why was I banned from two different Discords?
Yeah.
I wasn't just removed from them; I was fully banned from them. I haven't seen the official Escape from Tarkov Discord since October of last year.
Oh my lord. And still to this day, they've never really given you a real answer why.
Yep,
Oh, that's kind of disturbing.
a little
Ah,
bummer. Yeah,
yeah, absolutely. For especially for I can tell how much you love this game and what you put into it to sort of be blackballed. That has got to be frustrating.
it definitely is a little frustrating, especially after doing so many things that I would say more or less so that the community actually appreciates and enjoys.
Yeah.
I see comments every now and then of people saying like, "Oh, you ruined the surprise," and I'm like, "Okay, I apologize for ruining your surprise, but there is a button that says unfollow. You decided to follow me on this platform.
Right.
You should have known what you were getting yourself into." And I get,
Mm-hmm.
other people retweet the content, and you can't help that.
No.
And I do understand that, but at the end of the day, some of the things that I'm tweeting are very baseless. Some of the changes that I shared don't really affect the course of the lore of the game. It actually affects how the game is being played,
Yeah.
and nobody is being told that.
Yeah. Oh, that's awful. And now, with the connections you have you been able to get any movement at all, or just it's just the wall is up and that's it?
No, there was nothing that anybody could do.
That's odd. Well, I'm glad you're still here and you got Tarkov-Changes and the EFT bot. It's
They won't be going anywhere. The EFT bot will never go away. And Tarkov-Changes. I mean, we've redacted some information off the website to
yeah,
kind of hopefully make Battlestate happy,
yeah,
but we only display information that our clients receive. Um, we don't have access to server-sided information, as far as I'm aware. Everything that
yeah,
we get is basically caught in the middle of Battlestate and our clients, according
yeah,
to the guys that feed me the info, all of the files.
yeah. So essentially, it's anybody can get it if they want to.
From my understanding, yeah, if you have a basic understanding of of networking type stuff,
Yeah.
then yeah, you should be able to do it no problem.
Yeah. Ah, all right. Well, let's talk about the community, the Tarkov community itself. So when you came, have you? So you've been in other gaming communities. What's your take on the Tarkov community and your experience?
Well, there's definitely two sides to every community. You always have the good side and the bad side, right?
Yeah.
And I would definitely say that the good side of the community, I feel like definitely outweighs the bad side. Um, there's a lot of good apples in the Tarkov community on the Twitch side of things.
Yeah.
You have not only just streamers, but countless handfuls of viewers that are, definitely uh for not just the game, but they're there for, the whole community aspect. There's people that are there talking with other community members on a daily basis, which is
Yeah.
really cool to see. They're not like they're making friends across the world through a chat without ever even hearing or seeing the other people.
Yeah. Yeah, that is one of the coolest things. I was actually talking to Narwhal earlier about how the community is like, everybody gets, it's just it's a different time where, normally some people be going out to the bar or the clubs or whatnot. A lot of people just come home, hop online, stream, watch Twitch, interact, and they have better relationships with these people than they do in IRL.
100%. I personally haven't gone out and gone to like a bar or something in probably a year or two, and I've had no need just because the interactions and relationships that I have with not only the streamers but all the chatters is just it's such a good time. It's like
Yeah.
why go out and spend money? I could just go home and sit at my computer.
Exactly. Yeah. You got, everything, all the creature comforts you need. So, yeah, why would you? Absolutely. Now, something I noticed is you're part of the Red Armband Association. Now, what is that?
It's just the meme of Tarkov. It's just there was a meme a while ago. It was a white armband versus red armband gang.
Yeah.
Um, I'm friends with Trey and Smitty and all them, so I was just like, yeah, just throw me in the Red Armband Gang Association.
Oh, that's cool. All right. So now, when you're not coding, you're not streaming, you're not, in somebody's mod or in somebody's channel being a mod, what are you doing? What's your, sort of things you like to do away from the computer?
Um, couldn't tell you the last time I took a break from the computer besides like my trip to Vegas for my birthday.
Yeah.
Uh, I've slept, and like dreamt computers for a couple years now, honestly, and I'm not even ashamed to say it.
Yeah.
I I make a good source of income at my work
Mm-hmm.
and have a good time when I come home on the computers, so I don't need to go out and really spend my money.
Nope.
I actually like wake up, get on my computer, like hang out in Discord with the homies,
Yeah.
take a shower, go to work, and hop back on my computer for the rest of the night.
No, it's not a bad thing. I can't complain about, all the time I spend on my computer and like you said, talking with your friends and whatnot is it's just it's comfortable. No
It
stress.
is. It is very comfortable. If you would have asked me what I was doing in high school and stuff,
Yeah.
I was actually playing. I was on computers and stuff and Xbox,
Yeah.
but it was baseball after that.
Yeah.
Baseball was my jam for like 18 years.
Oh,
But
no way.
once baseball ended, then I was like, yeah, let's just do work in computers for a couple of years, and I've kind of been stuck on it ever since.
No pickup baseball, no company baseball team or anything like that?
No, I threw out my elbow
Oh no.
and didn't want to get surgery, so I
Yeah.
won't be throwing a ball again.
Now are you a baseball fan of the, major leagues? Do you watch
Yeah, I
baseball?
still watch baseball. I watch the Giants. The San Francisco Giants are my
Yeah,
team.
that's your team. Ah, cool. Any other sports or baseball's it?
No, just really a baseball guy. I'll watch football with the friends and when like the UFC fights are on and stuff, I'll watch
Yeah.
all that stuff, but not really into many other sports. Baseball's kind of just the only one.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of Vegas, what was your highlight? What was the highlight of the whole birthday trip?
Uh,
Don't say a face
I would
tattoo.
probably, I would probably say going to Area 15.
Oh, no way.
Um,
Area 51 or
yeah,
Area 50?
Area 15.
Oh,
It's this place. They got a bunch of like augmented reality and VR
Oh, no
like
way.
entertainment things. And there's this big place inside called Mart,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks like a shopping center on the outside. But when you like start walking through, like, and you open up one of the freezer doors, it leads to like this big back open, like art type museum. It's like all from Meow Wolf.
Oh,
It
wow.
was really, really cool.
Oh, that sounds awesome. All right. Well, hey, that's it. You survived an episode of Tarducks. One thing I have to ask you though is before we sign off and whatnot, I ask my guests to call out somebody that who should, pop on the podcast. Who would you like to call out?
Uh, the homie Trey
All right.
24K.
That's good. All right. Well, we'll get him on. And Zach, thank you so much for sharing your experiences and stories. I really appreciated it.
Yeah, not a problem, man. It was my pleasure. It was a fun time.
Excellent. All right. You have a good one.